Hello dear students, today we have moved in a new videos and in this videos or in this lecture we will cover some new topic with new ideas and new concepts. Hi everyone, I am Eras, my name is Eras and how are you? I hope you are very good and you are happy and you are well satisfied in your life. Today the name of the chapter is the nutrition in plants. This is a chapter and this is the first chapter of your syllabus named science syllabus. Concept clear? Clear? Now let us talk about the chapter. Actually, and the basically in this chapter, what we are going to discuss, we are only discussed about the plants. Okay, how plants are able to take or consumes nutritions. Is there any processes or what are the different methods of taking nutritions? Maybe by the plants, because in this chapter we have already mentioned the nutrition is possible, but in which type of the organism? So I have written here that is the plants and not the animals. Got it? Now, first of all, I will describe what is nutrition in plants. If someone may ask you, tell me the definitions of nutrition in plants, then what will you say? Okay, then you will just simply say that I have already written here. Actually, this takes sometimes, and for you, only for you, I have already mentioned here the definitions about this point of view, so that it will take lesser time to learn you to get better knowledge in less times. What is nutrition in plants? I have mentioned here the process through which the plants consumes or takes food and utilize this food for various purposes. You know, one who that is living, they must consume nutrition or takes nutrition in order to sustain or survive their life on this particular earth surface. Got it? So that's why I have already here written what is nutrition in plants. So maybe the plants are going to take nutrition. That means कि plants consumes nutrition. So if any process is going to be done or any activity is going to be done, then there may be some system, there may be some methods, there may be some modes, ways, or processes, just like that, and so on. Similarly, the process through which plants are able to consume food or plants can take nutritions anyhow, anyways. I don't know what is the base, but that base should must be a process. Got it? And after consuming this food, plants can utilize this food for their various purposes. Maybe in order to get energy or growth or to survival of their life process or life on this particular earth surface. Concept clear? Now I have, so that's why I mentioned if someone may ask you what is nutrition in plants, then you will just simply say that plants are able to consume food by a process, and instead of this, plants also utilize this food in order to get nutrition or growths and many more different things. Then these processes are called as the nutrition in plants. If nutrition is going to be taken by the plants or utilize this nutrition in order to get energy, but who is doing this work? Then this work is going to be done by the plants. Then this is called as the nutrition in plants. And if this work is going to be done by animals, then this is called as the nutrition in animals. Concept clear? No problem, no doubt. Okay, now I hope you have learned what is nutrition in plants. Now let us talk about the nutrition. This is the topic that is the named nutrition in plants, and now this is a special topic that is the nutrition. But before this, there may be some important points that should must be underlined. That points. Okay. So plants consumes or maybe that is the foods or takes food. Got it? I think this black marker is not sufficient to see you well. So I will select other options, that is the red options. Red is the best one. So let us talk about this. You can underline, all right, or text food, and not only text food but also utilize this food. And this is the main point of these definitions. Now, what about nutrition? If someone may ask you what is nutrition, so I have mentioned here that anyone on this planet or one who that takes food, one who that takes food and not only takes food but they also utilize this food in order to get energy or in order to get various purposes such as growth or repairing of the muscles. But the main purposes of nutrition is to get energy, because if you don't have energy in your body, then maybe you don't able to do any type of the work and your systems may be dysfunctions. So energy is must be, and energy is compulsory instrument, just like an instrument for our body. Concept clear? Now, so what about this nutrition? I have written the process through which one can take or consumes food and not consumes food but utilize this food, then this is called as the nutrition. This is the simple definitions of the term, that is the nutrition. No problem? No problem. Now, what about the types of nutritions? One can maybe think or suppose that you have taught me what is nutrition. So, sir, tell me, there may be some methods or types of the nutritions that you should must be taught me or teach me. Then of course yes, are the different types of the nutritions, or in place of the types you can also say that there are the different modes of nutritions. I will teach you what are the different modes of nutritions. But first of all, let us talk about the types of nutritions. Don't worry, stop thinking that the types of nutrition or the modes of nutrition are the different things. No, both are the same things. But I will teach you later while about this point of. Now we should must be focused on this topic, that is the types of nutrition. So I have written here following are the types of nutrition. Basically, there are the two different types of the nutrition. The first one is the autotrophic nutrition, and the second one is the heterotrophic nutrition. You are thinking that what is autotrophic mode of nutrition? Can you tell me its examples? Of course, but now I am discussing about only this point of view. I will taught you or teach you about that, but now stop thinking about that point. Okay, if you want to write these notes just like a notes in your copy, then you must write these sections. Otherwise, I will erase it. Erase it? No. Okay. Now let us talk about the next one. Here, I have written here the modes of nutrition. If someone may ask you, what is the modes of nutrition? I just want to write the definitions of the modes of nutrition. If someone may ask you, sir, can you tell me what is the modes of nutrition? So of course, yes. Why? I can't taught you the modes definitions of the term, that is the modes of nutrition. I have written the base, or maybe some methods, or maybe some systems, or maybe some steps through which one can take nutritions or consumes nutritions, or you can say that obtains nutrition. Then these methods of obtaining nutritions are called the modes of nutrition. Concept clear? Of course, yes. Now, so what are the different modes of nutrition? I have written here that the first one is the autotrophic mode of nutrition, or you can say that simply just autotrophic nutrition. And the second one is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition, or you can say that in place of heterotrophic mode of nutrition, you can say that heterotrophic nutrition, just simply. But what I have used in my life to recall this point, I have always used heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and the second one is the autotrophic mode of nutrition. If mode of nutrition, if someone asks you, sir, tell me what are the two different modes of nutrition? Then I will tell told to them that the first one is the autotrophic mode of nutrition and the second one is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. But if someone may ask a questions from me, that is the sir, what are the two different types of the nutrition? Then I will told to them, or I will just simply say that the first one is the autotrophic nutrition and the second one is the heterotrophic nutrition. Concept clear? Of course, yes. So these are the things that you must know about these both things. These are the most important term of biology that you should must be heard this, or you can use this term for intermediate examination or just like classes 11 12, and in your life this topic is going to be very important. Actually this is the base point of view for your higher classes or next level classes, that where you teach or where you are going to learn something. Concept clear? Now to you can also here underline this one, this section, the methods, or you can say that the systems or base through which one can get or obtains nutrition or their food are called the modes of nutrition. Concept clear? Clear. Okay, I will check. Maybe some points are missing. Here you can also underline. You have already written this point of view, now. Now you can maybe underline just like a me. This is the best definitions to you. So you should must underline this point. And this is the very important topic of your whole syllabus, that is the science syllabus, and especially for the biology purposes. Biology student, be careful. I will taught you this all are the things, and this is the most important topics of this chapter. Okay, then now let us talk about this. So what about this? Okay, the topic is going to be running. The name of the topic is the autotrophic nutrition. And if someone asks you what is autotrophic nutrition, then what will you say? Okay, you will just simply say that one who, okay, before going to say the definitions of this topic, I just want to tell you, first of all, I will taught you or teach you the standard definitions of autotrophic mode of nutrition, and then I will cover the basic definitions of autotrophic mode of nutrition. So let us talk about the first of all a standard definitions of this autotrophic nutrition. You can say that those organisms which can prepare or make their food by using simple substances just like water or maybe carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight as well as chlorophyll by a process named photosynthesis, then this is called as the autotrophic nutrition. Concept clear? If someone asks you, can you suggest me examples? Of course, just like a green plants. If you are not able to learn this point, what I have told you in the definitions, if you are feel difficulty, then okay, I'm going to suggest you the basic definition, that is the one who that obtains or prepare their food by themselves are called autotrophic nutrition. This is the simple and the basic level definitions of this particular topic, that is the autotrophic nutrition. But now, what about this? What about this point? If you are thinking that this definition is going to difficulty, then no, this is the basic definition and this is the very important definitions for autotrophic nutrition. You must heard this definition in class 10th. So be careful from these classes. I have written the something special is going to be by the using simple substances. And what is that simple substances? So such as water and carbon dioxide. But in the presence of what type of the substances, that is the sunlight and the chlorophyll. By what type of the process? So by a process that is the name of photosynthesis. So this is the important point what I have underlined here. Now let us talk about this one. If someone may one who can think here or imagine that how autotropic nutrition is possible, then you can just simply say that autotrophic nutrition is possible because there are the simple substances which is available in our surroundings. You know what are the simple substances? Carbon dioxide, and there is a free of cost that is available in abundant amount in our atmosphere. And oxygen is also, but I am keeping this oxygen side, and I am using the term that is the carbon dioxide, which is useful for the plants. The plants get get carbon dioxide from the surroundings, that is the environment, simply, and they takes water from the ground surface by using their roots, of course, yes. And in presence of sunlight from where they get sunlight, so from suns plants can get sunlight easily, and there is no charges that the plants should must be paid. Of course, it's a totally free of course that everyone gets sunlight on this particular planet named Earth. Maybe some other planet, but let me forget. Now, let us talk about these simple substances. So, by using these simple substances, a process is going to be run by the plants. By using these simple substances, I repeat, a process is going to be run by the plants named photosynthesis. And after completing these processes named photosynthesis, plants are able to get nutrients as what we have get the nutrients from our food. Concept clear? Then this is called as the autotrophic nutrition, or one who on this particular earth surface, one who that prepared their food by themselves and then don't take the help of another organism or another things that is going to be already present in this particular surface, that is the earth surface. Okay, I hope you have learned what is autotrophic nutrition, and if someone may ask you, can you suggest me some examples of this autotrophic nutrition? Then of course yes, that is the green plants. Green plants, this is the best example of this autotrophic nutrition. One may think that green plants, what green plants? Green plants are the autotroph. Of course yes. Can you tell me some name of the green plants? Of course yes. Maize, wheat plants, or maybe paddy plants, that is the rice plants. Then these all are the different green plants. Okay, I hope you have learned the examples of this autotrophic nutrition. Now this definition is are the most important definitions. Objective questions can be arised from this particular definition, so you should must be careful about this definition. One can may think how objective questions can be asked from this point of view. So I am saying that the objective questions asked just like this. That is, the green plants can prepare their food. Dash. Option A may by themselves. Option B may by using other organisms. Option C may both and D may none. Then you will just simply say that by themselves. So that's why they are called the autotrophs. Of course, yes, autotrophic nutrition. Okay, just calm down. Now listen to me. I am discussing about a trick how to remember autotrophic nutrition. Here, in name of this autotrophic nutrition, you can say here, you can see here that is the auto. Auto means by themselves. Themselves. That means they are not using another organisms in order to prepare or make their food. So that's why they are the autotrophic mode of nutrition. And who can do this? So plants, that is the green plants, can do this. I hope you have learned about this. So you can mention here or you can write here these all things. Okay, one most important point that should must be learned, that is the autotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophic mode of nutrition are called autotrophs. I have written here. Autotrophic mode of nutrition are called autotrophs. Do you want to know what is the meaning of this particular topic? Sorry, this particular point? Of course, yes. Okay, now listen to me. I'm saying that key organisms which consumes nutrition by a process named autotrophic mode of nutrition, and that is the green plants, then they are called as the autotrophs. Concept clear? What I have written here, you will just simply write here. Okay, you will just simply write here, and then we will move on. Now we will discuss autotrophic mode of nutrition. Here is a figure for the reference purposes only. This figure, I'm going to show you in this figure what I just want to show you. I just want to show you that this is or these are the plants, or this is a plants. Simple word. Okay, you are thinking that what I just wants to told you. Okay, fine. Here below this figure written here that green plants can make food themselves by photosynthesis. So they are autotrophs. Green plants have autotrophic mode of nutrition. So figure what here written is are these all are the important points, and by using these points one can ask questions in the examination, so you should must be careful. Actually this is a green plants, okay? Now these all are the green plants. This is a green plants, and these green plants are going to be produced in the fields or in the field by the farmers, and these green plants take sunlight by from sun, water, from root, from ground surface. They consume water or take water by using roots. Concept clear? And they have chlorophyll in their leaves. In this leaf, plants have chlorophyll. So, this crop or this particular green plants have simple substances, and that simple substances are enough to do a process named photosynthesis. And by after doing photosynthesis or after completing a process named photosynthesis, plants can easily gain or obtain nutrition. Concept clear? So what I just wants to show in this figure, you have written. So these are the green plants. These all are the important things that what here written. I have already told you, so you should must be careful. Okay. Now let us talk about the next one. Next one. Okay. Then now what about the next one or the next type of the nutrition, that is the heterotrophic nutrition. If someone may ask you, tell me the definition of heterotrophic nutrition or what is heterotrophic nutrition, then what will you say? You will just simply say that those organisms which cannot prepare or obtains or makes their own food or by themselves, then this type of the nutritions are called as the heterotrophic nutrition or heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Concept clear? Actually, and the basically the things is that the heterotrophic mode of nutrition don't have their capabilities or their requirement materials in order to make their own food, and heterotrophs cannot do just like a autotrophs can do so, because heterotrophs cannot have the capacity just like a autotrophs. So that's why they are the hot heterotrophs, because heterotrophs are fulfilling the requirement of heterotrophic nutrition and the autotrophs are fulfilling the requirements of autotrophic nutrition. Because you know the things, you are good because you are good and you are bad because you are bad. But I am not discussing just like this. I am giving the reasons for this particular heterotrophic mode of nutrition. I am saying that you may underline here, you may underline here that those organisms which cannot obtains या फिर makes, or you can say that prepare their own food by using simple substances, eh, that type of the organism which is dependent completely over the heterotrophic nutrition, or any type of the organisms that do heterotrophic nutrition, then that organisms cannot prepare their own food because they don't have capacity to do so, and they are dependent over another organisms. Concept clear? Then this is called as the heterotrophic nutrition. In basic definition, I have written here one who that cannot prepare their own food. Then this is called as what I have written, that is the heterotrophic nutrition. Concept clear? Of course, yes. Now let us see. Let us talk about the examples. Examples I have mentioned here: cow, dog, cat, lion, man, etc. Or many more different types of the examples of heterotrophic mode of nutrition are available on this particular surface, that is the earth surface. Of course, yes. Of course, yes. But this is the very important basic definition that you should must be learned, and these definitions are easy to understand well. And you should must be keep these examples in your mind. Many more different examples. That is the just like a bird. Birds are also a heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Do heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Concept clear? Now, what about this? Actually, the fact is that any one or any other organisms that are getting nutritions by heterotrophic nutritions, then they are called as the heterotrophs. One who that gets energy or nutritions by heterotrophic nutrition, then they are simply called as the heterotrophs. For example, I am heterotrophs, you are heterotrophs, we all are heterotrophs. Of course, yes. So you should must be careful to learn about this particular fact. Okay, I have written here. So objective questions can be asked from this particular points. So you should must keep these points in your mind. Concept clear? Now I have written here that all non-grain plants and animals, including humans, are heterotrophs. One boy or one girl can may arise questions from me that, sir, why plants are able to make their own food and why we all are not able to make their own food? Or you can just simply ask from me. The question here arises is that, sir, I'm thinking that I'm also preparing food because I'm going in the kitchen, I'm taking a rice and I'm boiling that rice and preparing or making food, and I'm consuming food or I'm taking food. Then why I'm not called as the autotrophic nutrition? Then dear, you cannot say just like that, because in the definitions I have already told you you can say autotrophic, but the cases is that the autotrophic mode of nutrition is possible only when or if fulfilling one condition, that is they are obtaining food from simple substances just like water, sunlight, chlorophyll that they have in their leaves, or carbon dioxide. Then we, or they are doing a process named photosynthesis. So that's why they are called as the autotrophic nutrition. But in case of heterotrophic nutrition, the things are not going to just like that autotrophic nutrition, because we are not getting nutrition by using simple substances, or we are not doing a simple process named photosynthesis. So that's why we are heterotrophs. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? I repeat. Of course, yes. Okay, I think you have completed. I think you have cleared your dots. So these are the importance. Non-green plants means they don't have chlorophyll or they don't act just like a simple plants or other plants. Non-green plants means they don't have chlorophyll. So all the non-green plants are heterotrophs, include as well as the animals. In animals, which category? We all are also animals. Of course, yes. If someone told you you are animals, then you will just simply say, no problem, I'm animal, I'm animal. I'm also animal. You are also animal. We all are the animals. So you should don't feel or don't hate to that person who is recalling or calling you just like an animal or animal. But if they are saying 10 times, you should must be angry. Why you are saying that? Are you mad? Anyhow, then okay. Have you written this? You should must write these all are the things. Okay. Okay, you can stop now. Now, you should must be learned about or by using this figure. In this figure, what I just wants to show you, I just wants to show you as this is a animal. Of course, yes, this is maybe a cow. Cow. This is a cow. By looking this figure, you consider this is a cow. So cow cannot do a process or cannot obtain their nutritions by autotrophic nutritions because they obtain nutrition by which method? By using heterotrophic method or heterotrophic nutrition. Who do? The cow perform heterotrophic nutritions. Do you want to find proofs? Of course, yes, because I like proof. You like proof? I am also. Here you can simply just look here. You can simply look here that the cow cannot prepare their own food. The the proof here is that they are eating green plants. Cow are eating green plants. And why? Because they are heterotrophs. And if they can do so just like autotrophs, then why they take nutrients of these particular plants? So we are dependent over plants or crops. Crops, we are dependent over crops because we take rice, you take wheat, you take bread piece or many more different slices of that bread pieces. Of course, yes. Then how they are prepared? They comes from wheat or flour. Of course, yes. So that's why we are the autotrophs. This is the important things that here what is going to be right here. Now, here written that animals obtain their food from other organisms like plants or other animals. This is the fact. This is the fact. Can you tell me you are carnivorous or herbivorous or omnivorous? That is the veg or non-veg? Okay, you are saying that I'm not herbivorous, I'm not carnivorous, but I'm omnivorous. That means you are taking meat and you are taking rice, vegetables, etc., and the chapatis. Of course, yes. But I'm saying that we all are also a category of animals, and this is the fact that you should must be believe in this fact. So these animals or we all are can take food as the vegetables, fruits, chapatis, and many more different types of the fruits that we eat or consumes in our everyday life. But the fact here arises is that we all are the man and we are the mans that takes other animals in the form of their meats. This, just like a fish that we take fish or eggs. So these all are the category of meat that we take. Why? Because we are dependent over plants or animals directly or indirectly. Maybe directly or indirectly. We take rice, and from where rice comes? Rice comes from the paddy crop. You know this fact, no? Of course, yes. Okay, I hope you have cleared all the concepts. You can, this is the very important point. So they are heterotrophs because they are dependent over animals, other animals, or maybe the plants. Lion. Lions are dependent over the other animals. Animals have heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and this cow is all right. Nutrition, and this cow is an animal which is eating plants as food. Concept clear? Of course, yes. So, in this lecture, I'm staying at here at this particular topic. We will cover some new topic with new ideas on this later lecture. And for that moment, we should must wait, still wait and watch. And for that moment, we should must be happy. See you soon in the next lecture. For that moment, so love you all.